Welcome back to Route 40 Rust. This time, we're finally back on the 48 Pontiac, and we bought a cow. We haven't seen much of the 48 Pontiac lately, and there's some good reasons for it. I've actually been driving it quite a bit, just building up the trust and loyalty between man and machine. Then I noticed that there's more questionable spots on the frame that I need to patch, plate, do whatever I need to do. No big deal, been down that road on this car already. So I kind of parked it, and then a 4-foot rat snake had taken up residency in it. And while I'm okay with the snake because it takes care of rodents and stuff around the property, especially when you got grain and animal feed on hand, I'm pretty scared of snakes, so haven't messed with it much. And she's been sitting right here, but I want to drive it down to the lake today to do some stuff, so we're gonna try to get it started, move up close to the barn where we can work on the frame a little bit, get that done, and then we'll circle around, and I want to work on door cards on this to kind of button up the front of the interior. So first thing first, let's get this thing started. Please, no snake. Let me get the Pontiac running, then I'll help you with your bike. Let's give her a once over. Nothing too complex, we're just moving her a few feet. I'm sure it's got oil in it. Fuel pump works. Gosh. This car's pretty good. Surely the fuel pump's not running dry. Well, I'm hesitant to show you guys the frame because I know you're going to comment below and be all like, fix it right, that's not safe, it needs a new frame, it needs this, that, and whatever. Guess what, guys? I'm not doing it because it's my car, mine. And I've fixed a lot of frames, never had an issue before, so probably not going to show you what's going on under here. All right, fine, I'll show you. I don't think it's that bad. Where we at? Where we at? Oh, right here. Right here. Yep, she's about completely rusted through. Right where this old body mount used to be. So, like usual, I had a buddy used to say that if you can run a self-tapper through it, you can weld it. And it looks like this frame's only been hurt where moisture and stuff has sat up in a body mount over the years, You can see where it's just eating away, but the rest of the frame's in really good shape. I mean, I had no problem welding when we did it over the spring arches back there. So what we're gonna do is come in here with a buffing wheel, flap disc, and clean some of the sheet metal off, maybe cut these bolts off. Luckily we're on the side that the fuel line is not ran, so that's cool. We'll probably just run as long as the shoulder of the broke channel is in good shape, which is kind of dicey up top, so we might put an angle up there. But this is going to be pretty straightforward. I think we're just going to clean this all off and plate from here to here, and just put maybe some stitch welds on the face of the channel, and then keep our heat down on this brake, and then we'll be good to go for now till the next thing happens. Let's get to it. Well, now that the rain has stopped, it's gonna get hotter than the doorknob on the gates of hell. And I tried to get to welding earlier this morning, but I got caught up with chores, so I didn't get that done. Sure hope I got some gas. We got enough. Okay, gotta get to grinding. Where am I? Oh, I'm way down here. What am I doing? Safety squints. Well, based on the fact that this has been plasma cut, I'm guessing it's some leftover AR200, so it's overkill. We're looking for a 12 by 4 3/4. I really don't want to get into that plas, but I really don't want to cut it twice. So let's use with this piece. We'll go 12. Changed my mind. 13. That'll do. All right, she's getting hot out there. You can barely lean on the car, but got the frame patched up and plated. I slathered about a gallon of implement paint all over the frame, so it's been fully restored. All right, here's where we're at, boys. Frame patch, odds and ends. We did some stuff, okay? Gotta go down to the lake here in a few. It's getting hotter in Baghdad out there. We got a couple templates cut for some door cards. One out of wood, one out of cardboard. Got a pile of leftover fabric from the front bench seat upholstery job. If you don't remember what that looks like, I'll show you. What we got. Okay. Yeah, that's where we're at. I don't even know what else I did, but I think we're gonna have to have a meeting with my wife See what kind of stuff we can get from Hobby Lobby tomorrow. Get these door cards buttoned up. But it feels good to be back on the Pontiac. We're gonna get out of this heat. Well, it's ridiculous hot outside, like flirting with 100, but it's not quite there. It's nasty. So we're gonna work in the garage today, fan blaring, see if we can't work on these door cards at all. I got some stuff ready to go. We're just gonna start cutting, gluing, figured it all out as we go. So just bear with me, and however it turns out is how it's gonna turn out. Well, we're going to use the corduroy as our secondary color because it's definitely the primary fabric on the bench seat. So we're just going to swap it around and do the leather, which is this stuff, as the primary dominant color. So it'll make up the bigger portion. We'll use corduroy there and there just to kind of offset or to not overdo one fabric over the other. And I really don't know what I'm doing here because I've never done fabric door cards. They've always been metal or plastic to where you're just replacing or painting. So we'll see how much fabric I waste and before I just call it quits, call it professional. Now, I've most always used a 3M spray adhesive, especially when I've done headliners. I didn't make it to Lowe's to pick that up, but while we were getting more fabric, I found this Fast Tack upholstery adhesive. Should work just the same. Professional strength. So, don't know who makes it. Hopefully it's just as good. And all I'm doing is taking an awl, punching a hole where I want it on the carpet so it goes all the way through, and I'm still cheating it, kind of like if you've ever done metal roofing and it starts getting off on you, you can start cheating each sheet a little bit. That's all I'm doing, just a little cheating. Once I'm getting it through, I'm just kind of pulling on them and bending the tab over. Sure, you go down this road too many times, you're going to break these tabs off. They are almost 80 years old, but they're doing great. Alright, so let's see this monstrosity. Okay, it's bad, but what, we made a door card in about 10-15 minutes, and don't worry about this horrible line. It's going to get covered up with like a window trim piece. Well, I learned something about 2/3 too late. All these springs are supposed to go behind the door card to push it up against the handles. So the way I got it now, you see these stupid springs sticking out. So the only thing I could do is try to get them behind the, or I'm gonna have to take all this apart. Well, I guess we're here with tools in our hands. Might as well take it apart and do it right, maybe. We'll see. Well, we fixed it the right way, even though it's very hot outside. And we got the goat. The goat came and checked on things. Sweetie, what are you doing? Eating molasses? All right, so check it out. Boom. There she be. Yeah. We got all the things. Guess let's make sure it shuts without getting caught up anywhere, and look at it from the other side. See how it looks from the driver's POV. Oh yeah. Look at that. That's great contrast on the, what do they call this, fashion diamond leather and the corduroy. That looks fantastic. Wow. Comment below, let me know what you guys think of this interior so far. I've never done a nice interior, and as you can tell by my craftsmanship, this is not nice, but it's coming along pretty good. We'll get to the back one day, but that looks fantastic. Wow, I'm really impressed. Even though it was all crooked and everything, it just looks fantastic. Looks better than this, of course. Wow, I'm really happy with that. Wow, I don't always impress myself, but these are one of those times. That just looks really good. Now, we are in a bit of a dilemma because my wife's taking a nap and the rest of my button snaps are inside on the nightstand where she slumbers. So I dare not wake her up. I'd rather this car never be done. So we'll go ahead and glue some fabric on the other side and wait on the snaps. Probably need to take some measurements to make sure that they kind of match, right? That'd be the right thing to do. I don't know what I'll measure off of. It's like my point of points. So we really can't go from top to bottom. Maybe we can go from this center line of the window crank to the seam. I think that's what we'll do, or we'll just wing it. And I think we'll do the right thing this time and put the longer, thicker one on the bottom. I don't know. I don't care anymore. It's working, and rarely does anything ever work for me. That's great. What do you think, sweet feet? What do you think, little boy? You want a cookie? She doesn't want a cookie. Here's door card number 2. A lot straighter. I don't know if it's the same proportions or not, but, and being this is on that piece of plywood, I'm gonna have to drill holes for the trim after I get it off the old piece. And see how that goes. I think this center part's a little bit bigger. I don't know. We'll figure it out. No one's gonna notice. Just as sloppy as the first one. Tell you what, I wonder what a car would look like if we actually took our time and did it right and appreciated our craftsmanship. So we're just blazing through this, and I am tickled to death. Tickled to death. Well, we got both sides done. Got it buttoned up, so to speak. Not really. The button snaps didn't work out great because I need to find smaller headed machine screws. But passenger side is on. And driver's side. Now it's a bit of a toss-up, which I like better. This one's the plywood and that one's the cardboard. The cardboard kind of creased at the bottom and you can see it, but the wood's a little bit more difficult to work with. I think at the end of the day I like the wood better, and maybe after some more humidity, like we need some of that, it'll kind of shape itself and contour itself. I only got a few screws holding it in, but overall looks pretty awesome. I'm tickled to death with it. Let's look from the back seat on. All right, see, there we go. I think it pairs perfectly with the bench seat upholstery. Comment below what you think about the front upholstery job. I guess technically we're 50% done, assuming we're not going to do the headliner, which we're not, because I dig the America flag up there. Feel pretty good driving this car. So yeah, comment below if you like what we got going on here. I know it's kind of hodgepodge thread together, but it looks pretty good for the money we got into it, and that is not much at all. Just some Hobby Lobby fabric. This is fashion diamond leather of some sort. That's just corduroy. We did have to put some money into the foam that's in this. That's expensive. We'll have to find a better source for that, but door cards turned out fantastic. Cow approves. Jose! Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Sorry it's been a while. Been a bit busy with stuff, and that's just the way she goes. But as always, subscribe, follow, comment, keep watching, check out the other videos. We've got a lot more to do with this 48 Pontiac. Stay tuned. So check out how roomy this car is, man. They just don't make them like this anymore. Throw a pillow up in the corner, prop your feet up. Yeah, boy. This thing is nice. I could live in this car. You know, now that I'm sitting back here, I understand why teenagers would cruise these out with their old ladies and, you know, hop in the back seat. This is more room than a couch. This is great. Oh, I gotta put my ashtray in there. Yeah. All right.